to other businesses who are not in the same position to, as it were, compete with them. Mr. Speaker, I think that we should have a real look at this and see if we can still look at some amendments and maybe even the amount involved before we proceed to have a finality on this matter. Mr. Speaker, is respectfully submitted.
Yes. Yes.
Speaker.
Yeah.
Let the record reflect, and same was discussed at the committee, that it was a majority decision. It was a majority decision. And our dissenting views is premised on principle. Speaker, last year, and I'm happy my friend, the minister, is here. In his other world, he was the minority leader. And I witnessed the passion with which he spoke against exemption generally. Back and forth, this House had to pass the exemption bill into law. And even at a point when we're bringing exemptions that were related to 1D, 1F, with the intention of creating jobs, 1D, 1F concept, creating jobs, tax waiver, our friend held the red flag, and it was all over the country. I don't know what has changed. So we are opposed, and I've been issue, we have to make this point. We are opposed to this exemption, a whooping volume of 10 million being given to Tata. We are opposed. As we got, the reasons are not far-fetched. We want to appeal to our colleagues. They should stay on principle. He had espoused this principle last year, and now he was then minority leader, now he's finance minister. One would have thought that he's empowered to ensure that his principle that he believed then will be put into force. Now he's picking and choosing. When it's about Tata, he's bringing the exemption. When it's about something else, we hear a different story. It's disappointing. Finance chairman. I see the committee chairman staring at me. And I know he agrees with me. Your world has changed. Therefore, the narrative has also changed. Very interesting. And this is truly revealing. I don't know what you'll be telling Ghanaians. That one breath, tax exemptions that were brought into this chamber by the MPP administration to create jobs for the youth. One can imagine the number of jobs that were lost to the youth at that time when about 47 tax exemptions were opposed. And you look at the road minister, he's also looking at me.
What has changed?
They oppose it. I feel sad. Today we are being invited to be part of an illegality, something that they spoke against.
And then you're looking at a company like Tata.
Anyway, we are opposed. And it is interesting that even the Income Tax Act 2015 itself gives the Commissioner General of GRA some powers. This application should rather be made to him. Don't bring it to this House. Especially knowing your track record, what you stood for. So, Speaker, we are opposed, and I urge my side. And I see very principled members on their backside. You should leave them alone. They are on their own. Go by principle. You are saying that we should oppose tax exemption. And Speaker, I recall how passionate the Honorable Ato Forson argued then. Today,
what has changed?
He's speaking and choosing and veering off.
What has changed?
So, Speaker, we are opposed. Let the record reflect that the mighty minority is opposed to this tax waiver. We are opposed to this tax waiver.
Which is about 20 million.
I don't know what justification you are going to give to Ghanaians who voted for you massively based on principle. Now you are shying away from the very principle by which you were voted into office. God will judge you. Speaker, having said this, I thank
you. Yes, Honorable Finance Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on the 28th of May, 2024, the Ghana Revenue Authority signed a contract between Tata and GRA. Mr. Speaker, the procurement of the ITAS project initially commenced through a competitive bidding in January 2024. Mr. Speaker, however, this process was cancelled towards its conclusion due to a transition between Commissioner General Ami Shaddai and Commissioner General Julie Esiam. When Commissioner General Julie Esiam took office, Mr. Speaker, the new leadership of GRA awarded this contract on sole sourcing basis, even though there was a running competitive sourcing. Mr. Speaker, it did not stop there. About 1 month to the general elections, in fact, on the 4th of November 2024, an addendum was signed by Tata Consultancy Services Limited and GRA. And Commissioner General Julie Esiam signed on behalf of the GRA. Mr. Speaker, the details are as follows. It says that subject to approval provided by Parliament of Ghana, Tata Consultancy Service is entitled to 20% withholding tax exemption from 1st of January 2025 till the end date as set out under clause 4 of the SOW. Mr. Speaker, it says that GRA shall be responsible and do all such act required for obtaining such approval from Parliament. Mr. Speaker, my principle still holds. My position on tax is unwavering. Mr. Speaker, everyone knows my views about tax exemptions. But Mr. Speaker, this is agreement that was signed by the Ghana Revenue Authority, by the previous administration, imposing an obligation on the people of Ghana. So, Mr. Speaker, the key point here is that the GRA is entitled to ensure that 20% withholding tax is given to Tata Consultancy Service. So, Mr. Speaker, I have not signed this contract. In fact, the new Commissioner General, Mr. Anthony Sapon, never signed this contract. Mr. Speaker, the only reason why I am bringing this to Parliament is that, Mr. Speaker, Tata Consultancy Service, first, is a foreign company. And before this contract should have been signed, Mr. Speaker, they should have come to Parliament under Article 1815. Mr. Speaker, they did not come to you under Article 1815 of the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, I'm here to make sure that the right thing is done. I am cleaning your mess. That's what I'm doing. Mr. Speaker, apart from that, Mr. Speaker, this tax obligation, the Ministry of Finance cannot sit at the office and approve it. I am bringing it, Mr. Speaker, for approval because, Mr. Speaker, if you look at the wording in the addendum, it further states that the GRA shall be responsible and do all such acts required for obtaining such approvals from Parliament of Ghana and immediately notified Tata Consultancy Services of such approval. Mr. Speaker, I'm only doing my work. I'm only doing what I have been asked to do. Mr. Speaker, I thought my colleague would rather applaud me. Mr. Speaker, I did not only stop there. Mr. Speaker, let me tell you what I did again. Mr. Speaker, because the process of competitive sourcing was truncated, I asked the Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority to further renegotiate the program. Mr. Speaker, in renegotiating it, this is the outcome. Mr. Speaker, accordingly, we were able to reduce the cost of software and related items from $25.3 million to $20 million, saving $5.3 million on one line alone. Mr. Speaker, I did not end there. I also negotiated downwards hardware and related items from $15 million to $13.7 million. Mr. Speaker, overall, everything put together, we saved $9 million plus for renegotiating this agreement. Mr. Speaker, the reason why I renegotiated this agreement and ensure that we implement it well, one is to be legal and stay within the remit of the law. And Mr. Speaker, most importantly, the IMF has identified the implementation of this particular ITAS software as a structural benchmark that has been turned to prior action. And so it is critical for the Republic of Ghana to implement it. Mr. Speaker, let me put on record that in spite of all the challenges around this ITAS software, it is obvious that the ITAS will provide a 360-degree view of taxpayers' obligation and interactions to enable risk-based compliance management, timely enforcement, and targeted taxpayer support. It will also integrate the domestic tax administration system with existing customs platform, Mr. Speaker, such as ICOMS. Mr. Speaker, aside that, it will also integrate with the registrar of companies so that we'll be able to know who is behind every single transaction. Mr. Speaker, the IMF has encountered this ITAS software somewhere, and they believe that it's a good software that will work for the people of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, and so I am here identifying that the software is good. The previous administration took the software, thought it was good. The Speaker, the IMF has confirmed that the software is good. I have to implement it. But before I implement it, I have to come and clean everything else that I believe was wrong, Mr. Speaker, and that includes seeking parliamentary approval and renegotiating the rate down. So, Speaker, all what I've done is just to be legal and to implement the program as has been renegotiated and as we have reduced the cost by about $9 million United States dollars. Mr. Speaker, that is the reality. My position on taxes hasn't changed, Mr. Speaker, and it will never change. Thank you very much.
Honourable members, at the conclusion of the debate, as many as are in favor of the motion say aye. Aye. Those against say no. Honourable members, the ayes have it. The motion is accordingly adopted. Honourable members, let me reiterate the fact that it is right if you give the opportunity to leadership to speak last. After giving the opportunity to the leadership to speak, I have a difficulty looking back.